government, through the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, NERC, has approved, the increase in electricity rates, tariffs for consumers, especially those categorized under Band A. And to discuss further on this, I am joined by my guest, who is the Secretary General of the Network of Electricity Consumers Advocacy of Nigeria, NERC. Thank you for joining us on the program, Sir UKET OGBONGA. Thank you for joining us on the program this morning.
Thank you for having me.
I would just like to know your view or what your take is on the recent hike, especially the hike by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, and the conversation around, the non-payment of subsidy again by the federal government. What is the stance of the Network of Electricity Consumers Advocacy of Nigeria? What are you saying about these increase?
Well, if I must add the views of NECAN, Network for Electricity Consumers Advocacy of Nigeria, I would say we condemn it outrightly. It is inappropriate. It is inappropriate. What NEC has done shows a degree of insensitivity to the plight of Nigerians who are been burdened by, the policies of this government. So it is not proper at all that you increase electricity tariff at this hour, whether for 5% of consumers and 15% as it left. So in summary, that is my take on that.
But you have spoken for the majority of Nigerians, that is the consumers at this point, talking about the wrong timing and the plight of Nigerians as we speak. But would like to also hear the measures you were suggesting, to mitigate the financial burden on consumers, especially those, with low income or in low income levels. Are there any suggestions that you are suggesting to, douse the harsh impact of this on consumers?
What are the reasons given for the increase? Simply put, liquidity, no money. They believe they are not making enough money. The industry is not making enough money. But why will the industry make the money and show up the liquidity to sustain the market? We are talking of a market that we don't know the size. To begin with, we are talking of a market we don't know the actual size. There's no reliable data on the actual number of electricity consumers in Nigeria. We don't have the accurate data on the number of metered customers and unmetered customers. And besides, if you want to make money in a business, and the tool that will enable you to measure the product you are selling is the meter, in this case, is the meter. And we are not taking metering seriously. We are not taking metering seriously. The meter is a revenue assurance tool that guarantees that the electricity you generate, transmit, and distribute, you will be sure that you will get your money for the product. But we don't have the tool. We don't have the tool. Today they'll tell you the metering gap is 6 million. Tomorrow is 7 million. Tomorrow is 5-point-something million. So there is inconsistency. The data out there they are pushing out is not. So for us, I don't think NEC is chasing shadows. They are leaving substance to chase shadows. What needs to be done? What we need to do is to focus on metering electricity consumers so that we have the assurance that the revenue will be there. The discos are making a lot of money, they are posting a lot of revenues, and they are not investing. So what are they talking about? And I'll continue to say that tariff increase is not a silver bullet that will shoot up revenues. Even if you like peg it at 1,000 naira, they have just, according to them, increased tariff for 15% of consumers. What of the 85%? What happens? Who is going to monitor the discourse to be sure that they are not going to bring in a percentage of that 85% into the feeders they are talking about? Does the commission have the capacity to monitor? So, to me, it is a scam. Well, they are proving that they are doing their job, but they are doing it wrongly.
Okay, I will just take you from your thoughts on, the challenges that Nigerians will face. But then again, the question on the other hand is, who are the consumers that fall under the Band A categorization? For those watching and wondering whether or not it affects them or not, we'd like to hear from you. How or who are those under the Band A categorization? Let's begin with that.
Okay, under the service-based tariff of the multi-year tariff order of 2021-2022, they came up with what they call service-based tariff that led to the reclassification of electricity consumers into 4 broad classes. And they call it Tariff Band A, Tariff Band B, C, D, and E. Now, according to them, the service level delivery on the part of the discos, the committed service level delivery, was 20 hours on Band A. Simply put, that those on Band A will be supplied a minimum of 20 hours each day, 20 hours every day. I'm yet to see or hear of any Nigerian under that ban that will tell you I'm having 20 hours every day. Every day, 20 hours. Those on Band B, they say they will be giving them 18 hours. Band C, 12 hours. Band D, 8 hours. Band E, 4 hours. Then do you know anybody under Band A or B that will tell you in the past 1 year he has gotten up to even 18 hours of electricity supply? So that is why we call it a scam.
Well, it's
so
quite...
the people they are talking about here, that they have increased the tariff to 225 naira, are those that are on Band A. They are alleged to be delivering minimum 20 hours of supply every day. But trust me, they are not going to do that.
Well, just before we go, would like to hear from you. Moving forward, should we expect any form of advocacy, especially for the interest of the Nigerian consumers coming from NERC?
Yes, you don't saddle, you don't, visit the incompetence, the inability of the discourse to deliver. NERC is always pandering to the whims of the discourse. What they have done is going to impact on businesses. Take hotels, for instance. I just looked through a bill of a customer, a hotelier in Abuja here, that has about consumed an average of 23,000 units. It's on Band A, and the bill is 2-point-something million naira. By this increment, he is going to be paying about 5.7 million. 5.7 million
monthly,
in electricity.
Monthly.
How much is it generating? How much will it be generating? So they want to shut down businesses, they want to close down businesses, create unemployment all over the place. They are not sensitive. They just sit in the offices and keep on churning out regulations. They know are not going to work. So what is the way forward? Let the federal government denominate gas pricing in naira and not dollar for domestic use. The moment you do that, you remove the burden of subjecting the cost of gas to the dollar. So if tomorrow the dollar rises from the present 1,270 naira, it goes to $2,000, then what are we going to do? It makes nonsense of the current increase. Then you begin to agitate for. Why must that be? Well, it should be deliberate. And the federal government has to fix the price of gas.
Well, that has been UKET Ogbonger, who is the Secretary General of the Network of Electricity Consumers Advocacy of Nigeria. Thank you again for your insight on Business Daily.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, this is where we say our goodbyes at this edition of the program. Well, today's program, like I did say, was on the increase in tariffs by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission and the impact on the consumers, especially those within the band A with. Join the conversation on social media. Let us hear how these policy affects you from wherever you are across the nation. And the disco you fall under, let us hear how it is impacting you and impacting your business. Well, my name is Chiamaka Enendu. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.